I am going to jump right into this. I don't want this video to be an hour long. Okay, here just happens to be a couple of things that I got at Hobby Lobby from the other day. Oh, and I thrifted this glass tray. It's so cute. Anyways, focus. Here, this little nook at the bottom of the drawer, I like to utilize every little bit of space I can get. Here, I keep this for used tea lights. Whenever they expire on me, they go in here. I'm trying to think of things to do with these little silver pieces of metal. I'm like, as far as like spell work or to recycle something. And I'm like, some of these candles are, you know, halfway there and then the wick goes funky. And I'm like, these guys I might melt down and try to make into like, you know, a bigger candle. That way I'm recycling a little bit. This is a giant water, a glass jar that I use to collect river water in. When I do recycle jars, I will store them here until I can get herbs to go in them. For example, this. Look at this. This is a tin cookie holder. You get these at like the dollar store. These are actually really good. And this little tin holder is so cute. I am basically going to spray paint him black and use him for something. Probably herb holder. Here I have just a couple of Ziploc baggies with spell remnants in them to get rid of whenever I go for a walk or something like that. And yes, I spilled coffee there on my carpet. Here is a box that I got at the thrift shop for like $2. I use him to hold my crystal chips. Rose quartz, citrine, and aventurine, and some tiger's eye in there right now. Again, this is an example of, you know, using things that weren't quite exactly meant for their original use. I love repurposing things. It's practically in my DNA, I swear. That guy. So here we will jump into this first drawer. He is my drawer that I like to keep. Most of it is my glass bottles. These, I'm really digging these. You get these at, they're shaker style bottles. Get them at Target for like $3 for 5 of them. And they're actually very nice little jars. And this one, you will see these over there on my herb counter. I love these. They're so cute, but they're kind of impractical with the star on top because then you can't stack jars. And I'm all about limited space. I only have so much room for my witchy things, and I'm like, you know, so these guys may drift into other parts of my house, whether they go back into the kitchen or in the bathroom to hold like bath salts and stuff. Anyways, this drawer basically holds any little jars, little tiny jars for spell work or things like that, herb jars, things like that. They're all down here waiting for, you know, an herb or whatever, and then they'll move to the actual herb shelf. Bottles for things, like I wanted to use this for a cleansing water, like a Florida water type thing. This little candle holder I got to use outside, a candle warmer, to use outside when I do rituals outside. He was $1 at the dollar store. Then, oh my god, a little fox. He was too cute. I can't pass him up. This incense holder is down here too. This little plaque I snagged at Target for, I don't know, $1 or something. Mostly with the intention of propping it up and holding a tarot card on it. And, oh, there's some Altoid tins back there too, because I really dig those little travel altars everybody has. I want one too. And plus, I'm like, they can store crystal chips or maybe even herbs too. These little glass bottles, I have intentions of making some more oils and putting them in there. So that's what they're there for. So moving right along, that's basically my glass bottle drawer. This drawer is my candle and incense drawer. Yeah. Basically, all the holders for my candles are in here. I get a lot of them from the dollar store, Walmart, Target, you know, wherever. A lot of things are thrifted. This heart candle, I think I found this at Hobby Lobby. Good score for like, I'm trying to save it for like self-love September. This guy, Hobby Lobby too, I think, and he's Sweet Pea. And ooh, there's some candles back there that I got after Halloween was over with, and they were on clearance. And there's black ones, and we all know black can sometimes be a pain in the butt to find. Then I got, speaking of black, this guy for some protection work. There's these little votive type candles back here that I found at the dollar store. These are pretty cool, and I have them in different colors. Then, oh, these, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw me talk about those ones already. A nice green candle. I'm working on some prosperity spells for things that are going on at my work. Tips, man, tips, man. These candles are down there, the ones with glass bottles. These ones I'm saving for like full moon rituals because, come on, it looks like a little moon. So cute. Oh, and I found that at the dollar store. A couple of white candles back here. These guys I had bought with the intention of possibly using them for a working candle. Look at that. Clearance. Target. $3.14. A gold candle. And sometimes when it's not a holiday season going on, gold and silver can actually be kind of hard to find. So I think it was the end of Christmas or something like that, and I saw them and they went on clearance, so I grabbed them. This I got as a Christmas present. I have yet to use it. Kind of curious to see how that will turn out. These are all my incense. I don't have a lot, and I usually stick to pretty cheap brands, which might be a bad thing. I'm really digging this Nag Champa one, and where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Coconut. Oh my god, I love this one. But I have allergies. There's something in incense sticks that bugs me. I can go into certain metaphysical shops or shops that like have incense burning, and the smoke just drives me crazy. So I'm very sparing with these. Sometimes I will actually cut them in half. Then down here is my bag of salt dough candle holders. These are super tiny for like birthday candles. You know, when you want to do a quick spell. These are perfect. And I'm like, I couldn't find any little holders for them, so I just made them myself. And I debated painting them, but I actually kind of dig them with just the natural color. Okay, so up top here, let's see, Milky Quartz. There is a place here in Arizona, well, close to Arizona, California. It's called Crystal Hill, and they have a plethora of Milky Quartz. And I made it there a couple months ago, so you will see a lot of Milky Quartz around my witchy stuff, in my supplies, around my house. It's literally, my house is being overran by rocks, I swear, and crystals. It's ridiculous. Anyhow, you will see a lot of Milky Quartz. And where I got it from was a place called Crystal Hill. Now, up here, I like to do daily draws for my tarot. You all know what this is, pretty much the Wild Unknown. And then this is the animal medicine cards. These two decks are basically my workhorses right now, so they are up here center stage. I don't like to have a lot of tarot decks, especially because I feel like I lose connection with them. So I like to have one or two going on at one time. The rest are pretty much just kind of tucked away to the side. So moving off there, we'll come over here. And this is just a present that a friend gave me. It's fake fur. Don't get crazy on me, people. Up here, these little shelves. This is a toy wolf. Canines are very important to me, whether they come in fox form or wolf form or coyote form. However it is, they've always been some kind of guide to me. Over here, let's see, there is just a bottle for fun. And then this is a little wax warmer I found at the thrift shop for like 50 cents or something, but it's really cute. It has like little stars and moons. The only bad thing is he's very small, so whenever I use him, I have to be extremely careful. Well-known box up there. I just like the way it looked. Put her up there. You will see a lot of glass from me, apothecary jars and cloche jars. Oh, they get me every time. Here, selenite crystal ball here. Underneath him is a candle holder, basically holding the crystal ball. Candle holder was probably like 99 cents or something. This little glass is more like a dessert liquor glass type of thing, and I never really use it as like offerings or anything. Usually it's holding something, or I use it to display a crystal on top. These feathers are from my parrot. I have a green cheek conure. Sometimes you will hear him squawking. He has green, blue, and red feathers every time he molts. I keep them. Milky quartz, spooky quartz. Moon ring. I love that thing, but it's just completely ridiculous to wear in real life. Some selenite desert rose. This beautiful card from a deck that my friend in Italy sent me. It's like an astrology card. So this is the moon card. I just thought it was gorgeous, so I kept her out. Let's see here. Now we'll jump down here. This little guy I got at, what is the place called? Dee Dee's for like, I don't know, $30 or something, 35-ish, something like that. It's just one of those little wooden storage things with the little baskets in it. Now the baskets had those material things over them, but I took it out because it completely was not, I was not feeling it. Here's another shelf down here that I need to put up there. Here is some extra jars that are either to the side for oils or waiting for herbs. In here, oh, let's go to the top. Top is water and oils. You know, being a desert dweller, water is very sacred to me, and I try to work with it a lot in my practice, whether it's room sprays or in my oil warmer, anointing myself, etc., etc. So this is a protection oil that I did. I kind of overdid it and did it in a big bottle. This is just distilled water. I think some of these bottles I found at the dollar store. Some of them I found at Hobby Lobby, I think. Distilled water. And then this is a little bit of storm water. It's already yellowing on me. Let's see here. This blue one and this one back here were water that I collected this last solstice. We were lucky enough to have a storm come through, so I'm like, I feel very strong, like cleansing, refreshing energies coming from these two water bottles or glasses of water. This one is my moon water, and she's gone out and been charged in the moonlight several times. She's got a little quartz crystal in there, and this is actually river water collected from the Colorado River, plus it's been charged by the moon. Double whammy on that one. This guy is full of storm water as well, and I think that's a piece of mossy agate or something. Okay, so at this end, this is facing north. So it's generally the direction that I face when I am casting spells or in sacred space, etc. This is basically a bookshelf. Oh, don't ask me where I got it from. Probably Walmart or Target ages ago. The bottom down here is this little black box has essential oils in it. I am very big on my essential oils because, again, the incense really bother me sometimes. And the essential oils, not so much. So my collection just keeps growing and growing. On top of that is a little type of cauldron, but it's porcelain. So I will use him with spell work, just depending on what's going on. These are my mortar and pestles. Wood one, porcelain one, then the big mama, which is granite. I use her when I go outside and there's something that needs to be really pulverized, like let's say something really hard like resins or bark, things like that, like star anise, and sometimes cinnamon can be a little on the fibrousy side and you need that extra strength that a porcelain one just isn't going to cut. He's my backup. The most used one is probably the porcelain one and the little wooden guy. Little wooden guy I really dig because the way that he's made, he has the spoon that can actually scoop out the herbs, and it's, you know, it's got that textured grinding power right there in the end, and then you just scoop it out. And I'm like, you know, it's just so cute the way that they designed that guy. And then there's a salt lamp, not a salt lamp, a candle holder back here, holds 3. Then there's just a little jar just for cheeky fun. And now we get into the herbs. Now I'm probably will do a separate herb tour because there's just too many to fit into this video. I will point out a few extra special guests. This guy over here is my California white sage. I like sage. I am one of those people who can handle it, who digs it. I like it. Over here is bridlebush, yellow medicine. This is an herb that I have harvested wild. He grows prolifically where in the region that I live. He is kind of very close to the same properties that sage or frankincense would do. A lot of cleansing, protection kind of deal. Also, here is creosote. Creosote, again, for me is highly protective, highly cleansing, and it's got a lot of healing properties in there too. So this jar has creosote in it right now. And various other herbage, and a milky quartz chunk there. Coming up here, these guys, I try to stack as much as I can to get as much in there space-wise because I'm running out of room. Eventually, I know my herbs are going to take over every single shelf of this unit. So I'll point out just a few that I can see. Here's creosote blooms, the actual flowers, Himalayan pink salt, regular rock salt here, my lavender, and various, look at eggshells back here, roses back here, coconut, and ooh, big old thing of chili peppers whenever you need that extra kick. Let's see here. Oh, can we see that? Rusty nails right there. And this, okay, I said I wasn't going to do this, but I'm diving into it. Okay, back up here. We'll do the herb tour later. But I will mention this guy, honorable mention, milky quartz. To take a step out of here. This is a container that it's a tin container that I think it was for Christmas, and it was one of the containers that you would give somebody like a gift card in. And I spray painted it black, and I use it to hold my bay leaves because I like them flat. I don't want them broken. I want them flat and whole whenever I am ready for a spell, or if I want to make like a rune on it, or if I want to write something out on it. They're not all broken up in a jar. Then we have the 2 spoons because you just, sometimes you need to get in a little jar and get in there and get stuff out. These I've had forever, and I think I just thrifted them from like the Salvation Army or the Goodwill ages ago, so they have made it over to this area. So up top here, compass pointing north, tarot deck. This is the Shadowscapes, some quartz and an amethyst chunk on there. A nice rooty piece of wood that I found out in the desert. He came inside. This nice piece of quartz going on here. Look at that. Oh, we have to get close on this one to give him credit. Otherwise, you just miss it. But yeah, I found this guy one of the last times that I took a walk, and it just feels very grounding to me. So he will probably be one of those stones that I use when I meditate and such. This guy is a dessert dish from the Goodwill. And what I use her for is intention holder. Every time I do like a new moon intention type of thing, it goes in here. So there's various herbs, some crystals in there, and these little petitions in there charging. So yeah, that's what she's for. This recent purchase, I plan on using it to hold spell work when I need somewhere for it to charge up, to juice up. I want it in here charging. And then this door actually opens up like that. Right now there's just a quartz chunk in there and then some moss. And let's see, this is just a candle holder I actually use for a lot for spell work. You know, tea light on top and then herbs and such down on the bottom. Perfect, right? Then over here, this is the Doreen Virtue Goddess deck or Oracle deck. I really like this one when you need a like a warm, fluffy hug type of thing. This is the deck to go to, I swear. This one is, I think it's, let's see here. Let's just check it out. I forget the name. And I don't want to get it wrong in case somebody wants it. Animal Messages. There we go. So, and, oh my god, the actual backs of these cards are just completely brilliant. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Sorry, I'm glaring at you all over the place. And then the cards. Parrot. Yes, I really like this deck too, but right now I'm using the other one. This is a piece of creosote, the actual root. This is what I use as a wand. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Let me try to do this. If and when I do use a wand, this is the one that I pick up because it's perfect. It literally just, my hand, it's like an extension of my hand. It's perfect. When I found this, I literally just keeled over, I swear. It's been, I did not take sandpaper to this or anything. This is what the elements did to it. This is triple digits heat, sand, and wind. Very little rain. But yeah, that's her. And then moving up here, sorry, got a little shaky there. Moving up here, once again, these are creosote. These are the actual roots. With the way that the wind shifts sand around here all the time and moves things around, those bushes have a tendency to get very, you know, wild and warped. Their roots, their stems, everything. Let's see here. Down here is a shelf. This is a candle holder that I painted and I did the moons on there. Piece of quartz crystal, milky quartz. This coin is gigantic. Look at my hand. I use that when I want quick divination, like yes, no answers. Flip a coin, right? This guy I found, let me try to get the best no glare on there. This is an arrowhead moth. I found him and I use him for spell work and such. This I found out in the desert as well. Iron stake, iron railroad stake type of thing. I use it when I need to open a can of wool bass protection. It's serious when that guy comes out. It's serious. A piece of milky quartz and a piece of ocotillo cactus right here. Nice and thorny and protective. This little guy right here in his little nest is a half of a geode. I kid you not, I was walking one day over here close by my home in this little patch of desert that I always go to, and I found this guy. Someone had thrown him out in the middle of the desert. And this is what I was looking at, and somehow it just called to me. I reached over and I picked it up, and then I saw that and I nerded out in the middle of the desert. No joke. Popping over to this side, the chest has tea lights, all my tea light candles in it. There's an incense tower. I like using him, but he doesn't get a lot of action, I have to admit. Then down here is an old wash shoe box. It's actually wood. It has more candles in it, specifically colored tea lights and the birthday type candles, the smaller ones. Those are all in there. And then Book of Shadows is right here. He's hanging out there. All my witchy books are in here. I keep them separated from everybody else. And this is an actual jewelry armoire that I've had forever, but I decided to use it to hold my crystals. So basically any of the crystals that are not out, they're stored in here, because where I live we have sand dunes. Okay, so last but not least, this is my actual altar space. This is where it goes down. This is where it gets nitty and gritty and dirty. Spell work, meditations, journaling, tarot spreads, everything happens here. So this is the working space that I use mostly. It is positioned, you know, right over here with everybody else, facing the north. I guess I'll begin with the bare bones. It's just a wooden table from like IKEA, and I bought this faux leather material at like Michael's or Joann's, something like that, for a couple of bucks. Threw that over the top of it. Down here I have a small tray that I got from the dollar store. I keep my lighter down here, my candle snuffer, and a few like spare tea lights so I can quickly grab them when I need them, because I loathe being and you know, casting a circle or something like that and then a candle dies out on me. So this is my oil burner. I got him at Walmart, I believe, for like $5. Obviously he is used very heavily. He is here basically representing the element of air. As I said, sometimes incense really bother me, so I reach for essential oils a lot. Currently, my favorite right now is one that is a combination of sage and lavender. Next, we have representation of earth. This is basically a glass that I got at the Goodwill eons ago. It is full of salt. So much so that the salt has actually started to encrust the glass, which I'm okay with. I think it looks kind of cool. A little star anise piece in there just to charge up the altar. In the middle here is a candle for my word of the year, which is tranquility. I have a very busy life. You know, I work full time and I am a mother to a 4-year-old, basically traveling the single parent shuffle kind of thing. So yeah, me finding tranquility is hard. So that's what she's here for, is to remind me to focus on that and to seek it out, to actively seek it out. Therefore, she's right smack in the middle. Here is my water representation. I do have a shell down here, and I will put water in there. So it's usually the first thing that I do when I start to set up for crafting, is I will put water in the oil burner, and I will put water in the actual water glass. So, and I will let that tea light float in the little bit of water that's in there. Next, we'll do this guy. He's here to represent fire. When I first started practicing, I would literally use each corner of this table where it was supposed to be. And, you know, okay, south of fire's down there. It was in the way all the time. So everything moved upwards to give me space to actually work. So he is actually over here, and I do have another piece of star anise, a jasper arrowhead, and then a little tiny red rock that I found out in the desert one day. It's just really cool. So now we'll talk about this little dude over here really quick. Rock from the desert, nice and flat so things are stable in case it gets a little hot too. This is basically a martini shaker. He's a little on the smaller side, which is perfect for the altar space here. It is basically my cauldron, and it has been filled with sand about halfway, so the tea light is there. This top piece has a screen about midway through, so I can put all kinds of herbs in there for spell work and such. Light that candle, and it basically will smoke them out for me. Now, I do have to be very careful. It does get very hot, but that is a good example of recycling, reusing, repurposing, which is a good thing for me. And again, burning the straight herbs like this doesn't bother me as much as burning incense sticks. That's another plus for me. So this guy, Tibetan singing bowl, I love, 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 love these little guys. I kept seeing them on other people's altars, and I was like, I need one. I got this one off of Amazon. He's just a little smaller version. I use him right before a ritual. I will usually give it 3 strikes, I suppose, and I will also use it to run through the house and cleanse, and I will also use it to cleanse crystals, because I really don't like doing water on a lot of my crystals. It's usually sage or sound. And she is basically sitting on her little pillow, and underneath is my gratitude journal. Let's see if I could do this. It's right there. So that's there. And let's see. Underneath here, sorry, my phone is binging and distracting me here. Underneath here is a piece of paper that just has a star design on it. Right now I'm filling it, so I put that on there. In the middle, this is a piece of creosote bush, and you can see the little furry fruits that it will produce before it goes to seeding, the little yellow flowers. And it's actually pretty dry by now. I need to actually bottle it up because it's making a mess on my altar here. But I put this out on the beginning of Ostara as kind of like, you know, springtime reminder, especially around here in the desert. On top here is a dove feather. We get a lot of doves in this area, and when I find their feathers, I always pick them up and I keep them. Selenite slab. I love these guys. When I get something new, a lot of times I will walk in here and I will simply place it on the slab to be cleansed. And then, you know, it'll go about being used and such. Same thing with the wands. I have a tendency to meditate with these a lot. If I feel like a lot of negativity in a certain area or a lot of tension in a certain area, I will use them sometimes as like a massaging wand type of thing. Most of the time they set up here to cleanse things that end up on this altar, because like I said, this space is the space where things go down. This guy over here is this is a piece of mica that I found out in the desert. Just looks like a little golden nugget, doesn't he? And I used him during a prosperity spell. So this is some remnants of a prosperity spell that I did last week. And then, let's see here, little clump of sage. I don't like using bundles so much. I prefer to have a little bit more control in this room instead of like completely smoking it out. So I will literally break off 1 or 2 leaves and burn them. And that's why he's out here, was because I was cleansing these crystals that I bought the other day at a little, it's a type of little zoo that's down here. It's a camel farm. These people actually have camels, and they have some crystals too. So a little chunk of amethyst there, amethyst, a little piece of obsidian. This keeps popping up for me here lately, which doesn't surprise me one bit. Let me see if I can, I believe it's argonite, if I'm saying it right. But yeah, this is a new guy, so I'm really looking forward to working with him, because he is the first piece. And he just got saged the other night, or last night. And he's looking pretty like a happy crystal right now. Piece of kyanite that I really wanted. So yeah, gorgeous blue. So those 4 are my new guys. Little selenite tower. Again, I feel like selenite is just everywhere. Selenite, quartz, clear quartz. Oh yes, they're all here. This little guy, little bunny I got, is actual like a little card holder, and I got him to kind of like hold the tarot card. But I'm not feeling the white. I think I'm actually going to paint him black. We shall see. And then another selenite slab. Again, it's a cleansing dock for me. Then this piece of clear quartz. This is the one that I like to call the coyote quartz, because it's shaped like a coyote's head. Do you see it? See it? Yes, I know you do. I love that it's so cavernous right here. A lot of times I can stick something in between, like a petition or an intention, and it holds it like a little tray. It'll just hold it. Then, last but not least, this is probably one of the biggest workhorses for my altar. This is a nice piece of smoky quartz. He is a cornerstone to my practice a lot. I meditate with him a lot. I can cry with him better than my actual selenite crystal, because you just stare into those depths, the secrets that he holds. It's just unbelievably beautiful. Oh, look at that. And he's very flirtatious. He will throw rainbows at you a lot. So yeah, that's Smokey. He is a workhorse for my practice big time. And that, my friends, is basically my witchy room / corner tour. If you have any questions about anything, if I forgot something, or if I didn't ramble on enough for a certain thing, just let me know down in the comments. As I said, I do plan on doing a probably a separate herb type of collection type of thing, and definitely a separate crystal collection as well. But in a nutshell, this is basically my sacred space in my house.